I need everybody to understand is that we're all put into a situation where we're all in survival mode, and we all consume. The way this economy, American economy works is you have to consume from companies who hire people and pay them a wage, and they take their wages and they turn right back around and they consume. That's the way the system is. We can't get away from it. We can't get around it. We can sit up here and use semantics and try to say, well, I'm not a capitalist or I'm not this, just because the enemy has bastardized capitalism. But African people were the first people who dealt with trade and commerce. What do you think people were doing up and down the Nile River? That was the first place where people were trading, tribal trade was going on up and down through that Nile River. So we can't get away from it, brother.
That's right.
And so instead of, I said, well, what could be done to empower people, right? As opposed to just whining and complaining about the issues. So I began, my uncle, Derek, he was always telling me that, man, you need to know this stuff. You are a natural. You need to learn this knowledge and blah, blah, blah. And I would be like, whatever. Who wants to learn all this little kooky language that they have with all these symbols and, all these swervy lines and whatnot. And that stuff, the way that they broke the markets down was done to intimidate us, right? Because it's like a foreign language, and if nobody unpacks that thing for you, you're just lost, right? So I didn't want to get involved in that or whatever. I thought it was, we've been trained in this country to think a certain way. I said, man, that's just for white folks, and that's not for us, and you got to be rich in order to get be a part of the stock market and all these other myths and self-intimidation that a lot of us have given ourselves. So nevertheless, I ended up learning and whatnot. And I've been able to create something that could also help people empower themselves, not only themselves, but we have to start thinking. The scripture says, brother, there's a proverb that says, a wise man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, right? Now, I like to think that I'm wise, right? And what the scripture is saying is that we have to work and leave things for future generations. But too many times we get so caught up in just thinking about today. And due to our lack as a people of not thinking generations ahead, when Medea and Big Mama die, you may as well put our house in the ground with her. Here it is, she didn't work. I'll use my Big Mama, for example. My great-grandmother, my Big Mama, she used to go out in Northbrook and all the affluent suburbs, and she would get on her knees and scrub these white folks' floors and things like that. My Big Daddy was a pastor, right? They were able to buy a big, huge house in Austin, right? One of those Victorians, one of those huge houses in Austin, right? When Big Daddy died, the repairs couldn't get done. Big Mama died, you may as well put the house in the ground with her, right? Within 6 months, the house was gone, right? Because we have not been taught how to transition our generational wealth. Here it is, you done worked all those years and whatnot, and you put your money into a 401k. Great thing, right? Well, the average 401k, brother, is only worth $48,000 when it's exercised.